Hello friends, welcome again. Current affairs is very important for your upcoming government jobs. SN Academy will provide you the best material for national and international news. So keep watching and study hard. 7th November 2020. The first news is WhatsApp has partnered with 5 Indian banks to process its payment services. These are State Bank of India, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank and Jio Payments Bank. The Facebook-owned messaging platform WhatsApp Inc. has received the approval from the National Payments Corporation of India (NPCI) to launch its Unified Payments Interface (UPI)-based payment service in India to let users send or receive money across the country. Next. Securities and Exchange Board of India (SEBI) has enhanced the investment limits for mutual fund companies for overseas investment. Mutual funds can make overseas investment subject to a maximum of $600 million per mutual fund within the overall industry limit of $7 billion. Earlier, it was $300 million. Important keys. SEBI founded on 12th April 1992, its headquarters in Mumbai, and executive is Ajay Tyagi. Next. Manipur's Gyanendra Ningombam was elected unopposed as the president of Hockey India, while former President Mohammad Mushtaq Ahmed is back in the Hockey India Executive Board after being elected unopposed for the senior vice president post. Earlier, Gyanendra Ningombam has been serving as the officiating president of Hockey India since July 2020. Important keys. Hockey India founded on 20th May 2009 and its headquarters in New Delhi. Next. The Airports Authority of India (AAI) has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with a subsidiary of NTPC Limited, NTPC Vidyut Vyapar Nigam (NVVN) to promote usage of electric vehicles and set up solar power plants at the airport managed and operated by AAI. NTPC Vidyut Vyapar Nigam will be provided adequate land and rooftop space by AAI free of cost at identified AAI airports to set up solar power plants. Initially, NVVN, that is NTPC Vidyut Vyapar Nigam, will begin working on the projects at airports in Tamil Nadu and Rajasthan. Important keys. Airport Authority of India headquarters, it is in New Delhi, founded on 1st April 1995 and chairman is Arvind Singh. Next. The bilateral summit between India and Italy was held virtually on 6 November 2020. The summit was attended by the Indian Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and Prime Minister of Italy Professor Giuseppe Conte. The two leaders reviewed the board framework of the bilateral relationship and reaffirmed their commitment to strengthen cooperation against common global challenges including the COVID-19 pandemic. Important keys. President of Italy is Sergio Mattarella, Prime Minister of Italy is Giuseppe Conte and capital of Italy is Rome and currency of Italy is Euro. Next. Andaman and Nicobar Command ANC has conducted a 3-day TriService combat exercise code named Bull Strike at Teresa Island in Nicobar Group of Islands. The exercise focused on interoperability and synergy among 3 services, that is Army, Navy and Air Force, to maximize combat potential. Important keys. Chief of Defence Staff of India is General Vipin Rawat. Commander-in-Chief of Indian Armed Force is Ram Nath Kovind, that is President of India. Next. A 2-day joint coastal security exercise, Sagar Kavach, was launched at Paradip Coast, Orissa. The exercise is being carried out by a joint effort of the state of Orissa and West Bengal government. The main purpose of the exercise is to carry out the exercise on the coast of Paradip this year, just like every year after the 26/11 Mumbai attacks. The exercise is being carried out to prevent a repeat of the Mumbai attack by sea. Important keys: Chief of the Naval Staff is Admiral Karamveer Singh. Next. Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi chaired the Virtual Global Investor Roundtable VGIR 2020 conference aimed at attracting investment in the country. It provided a platform for exclusive dialogue between leading global institutional investors, Indian business leaders, and the highest decision makers from the Government of India and financial market regulators. The Indian side included business leaders, financial market regulators, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, and RBI Governor Shaktikant Das. The conference focused on discussion around India's economic and investment outlook, structural reforms, and the government vision for making the country a $5 trillion economy. The Virtual Global Investor Roundtable VGIR was organized by the Ministry of Finance and the National Investment and Infrastructure Fund. The roundtable witnessed participation from 20 of the world's largest pension and sovereign wealth funds with total assets under management of about $6 trillion. These global institutional investment represent key regions including the US, Europe, Canada, Korea, Japan, Middle East, Australia, and Singapore. Next. The fourth high-level meeting of the OPEC India Dialogue was hosted by the OPEC Secretariat. The meeting was co-chaired by H.E. Mohammed Sansvi Barkindo, Secretary General of OPEC, and Shri Dharmendra Pradhan, India's Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas and Minister of Steel. Key matters discussed at the meeting included rapidly changing global energy landscape, overcoming energy challenges, global oil prices mechanisms, measures being taken by OPEC and its partners for balancing oil markets, and on ensuring oil supply security for India. Next. The Indian Space Research Organization ISRO has launched the 51st mission of Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. This is the first mission by ISRO in 2020. The carrier vehicle PSLV C-49 will deliver 10 satellites in all with EOS-01 as the primary one. It is the 51st mission of Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, that is PSLV. Important keys: ISRO Chairman is K. Sivan. ISRO Headquarters, it is in Bengaluru, Karnataka. Next. The National Cancer Awareness Day is observed annually in India on November 7th to spread awareness on cancer, its symptoms and treatment. According to the World Health Organization, cancer is the second leading cause of death globally. In 2018, approximately 18 million cases were there globally, of which 1.5 million were in India alone. In 2018, there were around 0.8 million cancer deaths in India against 9.5 million globally. Important keys: World Cancer Day is on 4th February. 8th and 9th November 2020. The first news is the Ministry of Shipping is being expanded and renamed as the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. The information was given by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 8th November 2020 during a launch event of RoPax terminal at Hazira and flagging off the RoPax ferry service between Hazira and Goga in Gujarat, which will reduce the 370 km road distance between the two places to 90 km by sea route. Important keys: Minister of State of the Ministry of Shipping is Mansukh L. Mandavia. Next. The Ministry of Road Transportation and Highways has issued a notification that FASTags will become mandatory for all four-wheelers including old vehicles from January 1st, 2021. For this, Government has made an amendment in Form 51 wherein the details of FASTag ID shall be captured. This shall be applicable from April 1st, 2021. Government has amended the Central Motor Vehicle Rules 1989 to make FASTag mandatory for registration of new four-wheeled vehicles, including for those sold before December 1st, 2017. Important keys. Minister of Road Transport and Highways is Nitin Jairam Gadkari. Next. Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. has defeated Donald Trump to become the 46th US President. Biden will become the oldest president-elect in US history and the first to oust a sitting commander-in-chief after one term since Bill Clinton defeated George H.W. Bush in 1992. Biden's Electoral College vote to 290, surpassing the 270 needed to win the White House. Biden's running mate, California Senator Kamala Harris, becomes the first Black and Indian American woman to serve as Vice President. Next. Paki Tiger Reserve (PTR) in Arunachal Pradesh has become the first in the 8-state Northeast to provide insurance cover against COVID-19 for green soldiers. 8-state Northeast includes Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim and Tripura. 57 frontline staff of the park have been insured for 9 months against health issues due to the infection by the COVID-19. Important keys. The Great Hornbill is the state bird of Arunachal Pradesh and it is vulnerable under the IUCN Red List. Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh is Pema Khandu and Governor is B.D. Mishra. Next. The Government of Kerala has launched a pioneering eco-sustainable program called Parivartanam to improve the livelihood of the fishing community. The scheme aims at improving the livelihood skills of youngsters along the coastline and also enable socio-economic uplift of the fisherman community. Parivartanam, which means change, will be headed by Kerala State Coastal Area Development Corporation. The scheme will promote the processing and marketing of clean fish and its fresh products. Parivartanam will also guarantee a fixed price to fish catchers as fair compensation. Important keys. Chief Minister of Kerala is Pinarayi Vijayan and Governor is Arif Muhammad Khan. Next. Indian diplomat Vidisha Mitra has been elected to the UN's Advisory Committee on Administrative and Budgetary Questions. The election was a tightly contested one, but Mitra won with 126 UN members supporting her candidature for the only post for the Asia-Pacific group, while 64 voted for the opposing candidate who was from Iraq. Important keys. United Nations headquarters in New York, USA. Mr. Antonio Guterres is the Secretary General of the United Nations. Next. Union Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat has launched India's first solar-based integrated multi-village water supply project in Arunachal Pradesh. The solar-based lift water supply project is first of its kind in the country and has been commissioned at a cost of Rs 28.50 crore. However, such projects will be carried out in other parts of the country too. The project would provide drinking water to 17,480 people in 39 villages of Lower Dibang Valley district in Arunachal Pradesh. Important keys. Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh is Pema Khandu and Governor is B.D. Mishra. Next. Ex-SPG officer Sasindran Kalinkis has penned a novel named Rasathi, The Other Side of a Transgender. The main character in the novel, published by Bookmitra, is a transgender named Rasathi, born in a well-to-do family in South India. Rasathi meaning princess. Next. Russian Daniil Medvedev has won Paris Master 2020 title in badminton when he beat Alexander Zverev 5-7, 6-4 and 6-1 in Paris. He became the fourth Russian to capture the Rolex Paris Masters title. Next. In India, 9th November is celebrated as National Legal Services Day every year by all legal services authorities to commemorate the enactment of the Legal Services Authorities Act 1987. The day is celebrated to make people aware of the various provisions under the Legal Services Authorities Act and the right of the litigants. Next. World Urbanism Day, also known as World Town Planning Day, is celebrated on 8th November globally to recognize and promote the role of planning in creating livable communities. World Urbanism Day, or WUD, is organized by the International Society of City and Regional Planners. The day was founded in 1949 by the late Professor Carlos Maria Della of the University of Buenos Aires to advance public and professional interest in planning. Next. International Day of Radiology is observed globally on 8th November every year. The day is celebrated to promote the awareness of the value that radiology contributes to safe patients' care and improving public understanding of the vital role radiologists and radiographers play in the healthcare continuum. The motto of International Day of Radiology 2020 is Radiologists and Radiographers Supporting Patients During COVID-19. Next. Bollywood filmmaker Sudarshan Rattan passed away due to COVID-19. He was known for his 1986 film Manav Hatya, starring Madhuri Dixit and Shekhar Suman. Next. The National Green Tribunal (NGT) has imposed a total ban on the sale and use of firecrackers in the Delhi NCR region from 9th November to 30th November. The ban will be applicable in cities and towns where the air quality is in the poor category. Important keys: Chairman of NGT is Adarsh Kumar Goel and NGT headquarters it is in New Delhi. Next. The Indian film Nutcut, starring and co-produced by Vidya Balan, has won the top prize at the 3rd edition of Best of Indian Short Film Festival 2020. By winning the festival, the film has become eligible for 2021 Oscar qualification. The film has been directed by Shan Vyas and co-produced by Ronnie Screwvala and Vidya Balan. Next. The Atal Innovation Mission AIM, a flagship initiative by the Niti Aayog and Russia's CHSL, have jointly launched AIM Serious Innovation Program 3.0. AIM Serious Innovation Program 3.0 is a 14-day virtual program for Indian and Russian school children. It is the first Indo-Russian bilateral youth innovation initiative which seeks to develop technological solutions, both web-based and mobile-based, for the two countries. Next. Former West Indies fast bowler Michael Holding has been appointed as a new patron of Marylebone Cricket Club Foundation. The 66-year-old Holding, a passionate advocate for equality in cricket and the wider community. The MCC Foundation is the charitable arm of the Marylebone Cricket Club, custodian of the game's laws, and was created with the aim of enhancing lives through cricket. Important keys: Director of the MCC Foundation is Sarah Fane, and MCC Foundation founded in 1993. Thank you. Keep watching.